So I heard the girlies is trying to learn how to do a soft beat in 2023, y'all. Hello, my name's Nakayla. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please go look at some previous videos, subscribe, like, comment. If you're coming back, welcome back. So excited to have you here. Y'all, I cannot stop showing off my cup. But okay, anyways, today I am teaching the real beginners, the super beginners, people who don't wear makeup at all currently, how to start off to learn how to do your own soft beat in 2023. Y'all, we going outside this year. You got your cute outfits on, your dress on, your heels on. Learn how to do your face. Stop paying these makeup artists $120 for a soft beat with no glitter. That is insane to me personally. This year we're learning how to do stuff on our own, and we gonna be cute. So in this video, I'm gonna do like this simple everyday. This is literally what I wear to work every day. Simple everyday beat. We're gonna start off real light. This is part 1 of a series. I guess it'll be a part 2, maybe a part 3, depending on if y'all want me to keep going. So this is gonna be part 1 of how to start the transition into wearing makeup. So I know, especially if you're wearing makeup for the first time and you've never done your own makeup or worn makeup, you don't want to go from that to attempting a full face beat, glitter, cut crease. Like, you can't do that. Like, that's just not how it works. I learned how to do makeup like coming into high school, so I already had my awkward makeup phase and I learned already. That was back when everybody was like, oh, all I need is lip gloss. Like, okay, whatever. I was learning how to do the beat because I knew future younger self knew that future self is gonna be bad in 2023, and I need to know my beats for when I got my heels on. So I'm gonna show y'all just a little simple every day. You can get your products and follow along with me. I did go in Target and show you guys a couple of products throughout this video. I'm gonna link everything that I used, and we're just gonna keep going and build. We're gonna go, this is simple every day. Then we're gonna go into a real light, natural, soft beat. And then we're gonna go into the IG baddie soft beat. And then we're gonna go to the full face glam glitter cut crease. Like, we're gonna do it all. So yeah, this is definitely gonna be a makeup series. Comment if you are so excited to watch, and I cannot wait to help you learn how to do your soft beat in 2023. Hey y'all. So I am in Target. I am standing in front of the Maybelline section for some good drugstore dupes that you will see me using in the video. I personally use the Maybelline Fit Me collection. I feel like it works great, it's cheap, and it gets the job done basically. So let me turn the camera around and show y'all what I'm talking about. So this Target is a little empty, but this is what it looks like. And see, like, they have different ones. Like, if you want a matte finish for oily skin, you can do that. If you want a dewy, see, like, the purple is dewy. So if you want dewy, you can do that one. But clearly, these aren't my shades. My shades is up here in this section. Personally, I'm a mix in between 358 and 355. So if you're anywhere in my complexion range, I go between these two. This is a red undertone, and I'm very red. You guys can see that in the camera. But sometimes when I get a little chocolate in the summertime, this color looks good on me too. So it really just depends. I love their concealers. Their concealers are so creamy and it blends well and they're buildable. I recommend that when you're starting out because you don't want to get a really thick concealer. You don't want to pay for a high quality concealer and you don't necessarily know what you're doing. I normally use honey. Let me see. If you are looking for a beginner product for brows that's really good, I recommend the YALLLL Instant Brow Pencil. Oh, I almost dropped it. I recommend the e.l.f. brow pencil. It is super good and affordable for people that are just starting out. So they have it in a deep dark brown, and then you can get gel. I mean, that's extra. You don't technically need that, but I definitely recommend starting with a pencil when you're starting with brows, because you don't want to go pomade and then you apply too much. And pomade is kind of harder to work with. Like, that's if you're more experienced. But I am coming over here to try this putty blush. So typically I use eyeshadow for my blush, but I've seen that the dark skinned girlies have been eating this blush up. It's kind of an orange shade. I'm trying to get it a little brighter so you guys can see. A black woman in orange blush, it's like this, y'all. So I'm gonna try this out. It's called Bahamas, and that's the shade. This is what it looks like. Hey y'all, so I am going to drink out of the Stanley, period. So good. Yeah, I need to sponsor me. Doing this like no makeup look daily, or not even daily, you don't have to do it daily, or a couple days out of the week, it can teach you how to learn your face shape, what looks good on your face. You can practice on your eyebrows, you know, making sure the brows is on fleek, because if the brows ain't hidden, the whole face not hidden. Like, that's just how it is. But we're gonna slow it down for y'all so we can go ahead and get the vibes. Personally, I use a pomade. Now, the top to my pomade, this is the alcohol bottle top. Don't ask why. This is by LA Girl. I bought this from Ulta. I'll put like prices and like I'm gonna try to get like a little image. You know, girl, I'll try to be professional this year. But this is the color Soft Black. So we're gonna start off, and then this tutorial can literally work on any skin tone. So if you have light hair, you just substitute the color for whatever your eyebrow color is. This can literally work for anybody. It's foolproof, let me tell y'all. If you have oily skin, please do not skip this step. A lot of people have oily skin because they don't put enough moisturizing products on their face. So your face is overproducing your oils. I'm gonna start with my angled brush. Let me make sure y'all can see that. So this is my angled brush. Now if you want to start with the pencil, like I was saying, I use pomade, and you just kind of dip it in there like that. If you want to start with the pencil, that's 100% okay. It'll be the same steps, because most eyebrow pencils still come in this shape. So you want to line your eyebrows literally like that, like holding it at an angle to get that nice sharp curve. Oh, I need to get that off my hand. You want to hold your eyebrow pencil or brush the same way. So let me re-dip, since I just wiped that on my hand, and we're gonna get this started. So my eyebrows are pretty cute. Ooh, my forehead big. Let me pull this down. My eyebrows are semi-arched. They're not bad. We can go ahead and brush them out real quick. It's definitely easier to learn how to fill your brows when your eyebrows are threaded and or wax or whatever you do. So if you want to start doing makeup, I recommend start regularly getting your eyebrows threaded. I personally get my eyebrows threaded, but if you do wax, get them threaded or wax. It'll really help you, for real. So I start at the bottom. So I'm just going to go ahead. Let me make sure you guys can see me. I am just going to go ahead and start using the natural shape that's already there. I'm just gonna draw a nice line where that is. And you can tell that I drew a line under. And then I'm gonna re-dip, and I'm gonna just do the same thing on top. You wanna go about halfway. You wanna leave the front of your eyebrow alone. So I'm just gonna do the same thing and make that nice curve. Like, you go in and make sure you make that curve. I twist my brush like this. So when I'm going straight, I'm hitting that curve. That's when I start twisting down. Like my thumb is going down in this way to help me make my curve. I don't literally keep my hand still and go like that, because sometimes it can be shaky. I just go straight and then I hit that curve like that, and boom, there we go. So now we have an outline to a brow that looks good. I'm gonna dip a little bit more into my pomade, and now I'm just going to fill the middle, leaving majority of the product towards the end of your eyebrow. I cannot stress this enough. You do not want to look like you took a Sharpie and did, like, you see how that's a nice ombre eyebrow, and we did that in 2 seconds literally. So now that we already filled the middle in with what's on the brush, anything that's left on the brush, what's left over, that's when I'll go closer to the front and just get any like dashes or nicks that I want a little bit darker, or if I'm missing a little bit of hair in a certain area, that's what I'll do. So now that I have my eyebrow filled in, I'm just gonna take a little spoolie brush and I'm gonna brush out the front just to make sure that that ombre is hitting as it should. Brush the brow out, and boom, we have a perfect eyebrow. And then we're gonna clean it up later with concealer, but there we go. So now I'm gonna do the other eyebrow, and I'm gonna speed this one up kinda, but you can still see what I'm doing, okay? Now, if you are using a brush, I want you to really look at the position. Let me turn a little bit. While I'm doing my eyebrows, I have my pinky on my face to like stabilize it. Because if you're too far away, you might get a little shaky and your lines are probably won't be that good. Get real close into your face and hold it like you're writing. So if I'm holding it like I'm writing and I got my pinky on my like cheekbone, like this bone right here for some added support, I can go ahead and just make a really nice cute line. So we're gonna get ready and brush that out like we did the other one. And boom, there we go. I am now going to take a concealer brush. Concealer brushes look like this. They're like flat at the top. My concealer brushes ran through for me doing my makeup every day, but you know, it's okay. And we're gonna use one of the concealers that I showed you in Target, the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. I actually bought a new shade. This is the shade, I took it off the box. Oh, this is shade 45 Tan. I just want to see what this color looks like on me. Ooh. Let me cover the gruz up. I just want to see what this color looks like on me. And typically I just kind of just brush a little on there, get one side of the brush done. But if I don't care, then I'll just, if I'm in a rush, I'll just use this because I know what I'm doing. I know how to spread makeup. But if you're a beginner, start with less and then build up to what you want. Because if you don't want to do something like, oh, well, I see people just put a whole bunch under, that's cool because they know what they're doing. If you're new, let's keep it, what Ice Spice said, let's keep it a buck. You don't know what you're doing. So don't try to do what you see experienced makeup artists do. Just go slow, use a little bit of product at a time, and build up to when you're comfortable, start adding more, and so you don't have to build up. But so I have a little bit here on my brush, and I'm gonna do the same thing. I have my pinky on like this cheekbone area, and I'm just gonna draw a line right under the line that we did with the pomade, just to clean it up. And I have a couple hairs under there that needs to be waxed, or threaded, whatever. And we're gonna get it together. So yeah, a little trick was, especially because I have lash extensions, it kind of touches the brush. If you want to pull your eyebrow up, anything like that, you could do it this way too. There we go. And it looks so, like, this is really a close shade to my skin tone, so you can't really see that I have concealer under my eye, but it definitely cleaned up under my eyebrow. So once I used basically all the concealer during the end of the eyebrow, I'll just take whatever's left on the brush and run it underneath the front of the brow, just to, you know, just put some there. Now, this is the trick that a lot of YouTubers or makeup artists, whatever, don't tell you. Using your fingers is perfect while blending concealer, because concealer blends better when it's warmed up. If you've ever seen someone like put concealer under their eyes and then they leave it there and start doing something else, that's because they're using your skin and your natural body temperature to warm up the concealer, and it blends flawless. Like, let me tell you, it blends, baby. My makeup never been caked, so y'all know I know what I'm talking about. So I take my finger, and then so I have the concealer under, I'm just gonna pat it in. Like, we already got it where we want it to be. Don't get too close to the brow, just so when you're patting, you don't put concealer on top of your brow. But yeah, we're just gonna pat, boom. Eyebrow is giving. Let me stop playing for real. But the eyebrow is there. So I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side, y'all. Put a little bit on my brush. And do the same thing. Perfect brows, y'all see it? Okay, so my next step is, normally I will skip this part. It really just depends on how much sleep I got. I have a little eye bag situation going on, so I'm just gonna dot a little bit concealer under my eyes. You can really skip this step if you don't need it, but I'm just gonna take the wand and just put a little bit. That's all you need. Just put it in this area. When we do like a full face beat later in this video, I will show you more in detail of why you shouldn't put your lighter concealer shade on this part of your face anymore. Like, it used to be a thing to draw your concealer on like that and fill it in. That's not the vibe anymore. We want to look lifted, we want to look snatched, we want to look like we got an eyebrow lift and we got cheekbones for days. And you can really finesse it with makeup. A lot of celebrities, people think like, oh, they got stuff done to their face, but when you see them natural, they look like, have they looked all their life? Yeah, that's because you can finesse how you want to look with makeup. Call it catfish, call it what you want. I call it looking bad, being a baddie. If you know you're not the cutest, go on, finesse you there. Now let me stop playing for real. So I'm gonna take my fingers, like what I was saying about the eyebrow, and I'm just gonna dab it under my eye. You know, the heat from my hand is warming it up, is making sure it's nice and blended. And I'm just gonna lightly tap it all the way under and drag it. That's why you don't want to put concealer up here, because it gets muddy. And then you don't want a block of just pure light. Like, you want it to be light, the lightest, closest to here, light, and then kind of fade into your skin tone. That's what you want for the most natural look. So I'm just gonna blend this out with my hand or finger. Blending with your finger is not really a problem if your hand's clean. Some people's gonna be like, oh no, you shouldn't be putting that on, using your hands, because it's adding oils and XYZ to your face. But it's like, if your hands are freshly washed, I don't see the problem. I really don't. So now I'm gonna take my sponge. Don't talk about my sponge, it's so old in use, I know. So I blended it out with my hand, but just to make sure that we have it extra seamless, I'm gonna take my blush, and I damped it a little bit. I just used this water bottle because I don't want to get up. but I just damped it a little bit, and I'm just gonna make sure I tap around the perimeter. So like I blended it like this. I just want to make sure that it doesn't look choppy between under my eye and my actual skin tone. So we're just gonna go ahead and pat. You never want to drag a blender because it's already a sponge, so it's already soaking up whatever makeup you're putting on your face. So you don't want to drag it and just wipe off what you're putting on your face. Just tap it. That's all you gotta do, is tap. And we're gonna do the same thing here on the other side. Okay, so here we are. You see I look a little bit more alive, and since I'm actually going to work while I'm filming this, I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of a lighter concealer under my eye. This part you 100% do not have to do. It's completely optional. I'm just truly going to work right after this, so I'm just gonna make my makeup how I usually wear it every day. She took a look, mixed it with the chill out. Now she says she's saying 3D. I go in the jungle and they got a coat. I bet I come out with a mean. I bet I do this shit for the fam. Cause this shit bigger than me. Oh, here we are. You see that just gave me a little bit more like, yeah, she awake. She wake up at 6 a.m. and do yoga and Pilates. Like, it just give you an extra little something. Let me put the top back on this water bottle. So we have our concealer. We have this, who's this calling me? I don't know who that is. So we have our concealer on. We're gonna go ahead. See, now I typically don't wear foundation. I only wear foundation if it's like a special event or if I'm going like out. I don't wear foundation every day. I'm just not a fan of it. And my skin is already glass. Like, look at it, y'all. Like, the skin is glass. So it's like I'm just wasting product and doing an extra step for no reason. Typically on my no makeup day looks, I would, like last week I had a huge pimple right here. I take a little concealer, boop boop boop, dab it right there on it, or I have something right here, dab it. My mustache area looking a little dark, I'm gonna take some concealer and dab it. Like, you just dab up the little imperfections with a concealer that's close to your skin tone to give you just a nice, even, flawless skin tone. So I'm gonna try the new blush that I showed you guys yesterday. Not yesterday, well technically that was yesterday. It's technically Wednesday today. I know I'm uploading late this week, guys, but please don't punish my career for it. But this is the Orange Blush Bahamas, and I'm gonna show you what I typically do for blush. So I have the James Charles Artistry palette. I showed you guys this in a video a while ago. Typically I finesse it, and I literally use this orange, and I dab it with a little bit of red. Sometimes the red do overpower the orange, and if you're melanated, if you're like my skin or darker, orange blush looks amazing on dark skin. Like, leave the pink blushes alone. I said this in my last video. Leave the pink blushes to the fairer skinned people. We need red and orange blush. It's gonna hit every single time. So I'm gonna try this new blush out. It's a putty blush, so I don't necessarily know how to use it. So we're gonna be both using this for the first time, y'all. So I'm gonna just use my typical blush brush that I typically use. And I'm just gonna like dab it. You see I put my hand in it. I'm just gonna dab my brush in here and try to use it this way. Can y'all see that? It's coming on a little bit, but I don't know if that's from like leftover blush from me using this brush all the time, or if that's really this color. If it's really this color, then I don't have to mix my eyeshadows anymore, because this is so cute. I am really a blush girl. I just feel like if you're not wearing blush, your makeup not complete and it looks basic. I'm sorry. So I got my blush on, and after I put my blush on, I usually like to take my beauty blender and just go on top of it and make sure that the under eye concealer and this blush is melting into each other. And this is my last step, y'all. Literally, I'm almost done. That was fast. I'm gonna take my contour powder. It's a bronzing powder. Juvia's Place. If you are dark skinned and you can't find a lot of shades that work for you, try Juvia's Place. They have a lot of shades for darker women. I usually just mix the two, brush it off, and I just contour my nose a little bit. I just like having a snatch nose. This part is 100% optional. This is me being extra because this is how I go to work every day anyway. But I just contour my nose a little bit, and I already have nice cheekbones, but I throw a little bit on the cheekbones, and that is it. Obviously, add your lip gloss, do whatever you want to do. Where is my lip gloss? I use Lip Plumper lip gloss. I love Lip Plumper. Like I told you, I want my lips done again. I'm a plumper girl. So apply your lip gloss and you are done. Now, beginners, I feel like you should stop here. Master your everyday no makeup look. Like, this is a lot for a person that typically doesn't wear makeup at all and you're just starting out. You don't want to go from not knowing how to do makeup and not really wearing it to random full face beats and now you look like a clown because you ain't take the time to really build upon that. This is the finished look. I'm just showing you guys how it looks in different lighting. So let me show you. This is like with light and warm. This is all cool tone lighting. Oh, this is light and warm. And then this is straight warm lighting. So you see, in all lighting, I'm looking good. Just showing you guys the different lighting. And thank you so much for watching this video, guys. If you enjoyed watching me teach you guys how to do this beat, this soft, this not even a beat, but it looks like a beat. That's what I'm telling you. All you need is concealer, brush, and brows. And I mean, if you want to throw a little lash on, I wear lash extensions all the time, so my makeup does look automatically a little bit more dramatic, but you can just throw on some mascara. But you want some mascara, girl, and you are beat. We're gonna go step by step. This is gonna be part 1 of the video. Part 2, I will show you guys how to go full on beat vibes. So I'm so excited. Y'all practice y'all makeup. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions about products or if you tried it and what was your trial and error. Let me know what I should say next time, or if I didn't explain something enough, let me know, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.